right, let's move on with Thomas. Thank you, Lydia.
All right. Over 30 years ago, the Diocese of Northern Michigan decided to make a bold move. This move changed the contours and structures of the way church had been done since their story began. And we're here today having the conversations we're having in the way we are having them because of that bold move, that step into mutual ministry. Now, I can't imagine that the effects of that step have always been easy. But what I do know is that the story of mutual ministry in the UP is still unfolding. I've learned so much about mutual ministry walking with you for these past several years. I do not hold lightly the conversations we have had and the decisions and directions that you have allowed me to walk into with you. In those conversations, you have shown me that mutual ministry is about respect. It's about honoring the gifts of all people inside and outside of the church, professional clergy and lay, priest, deacon, janitor, stay-at-home parent, car salesman, CEO. Everyone has gifts. Everyone has a way in which they live out their relationship with God and with those around them. And not only does everyone have gifts, but they're sacred and important and vital. You've shown me that mutual ministry is about making room, is not about making room for people at the table. Mutual ministry says that everyone already has a seat at the table waiting for them. The way your story has been written recognizes the holiness of every living thing and acknowledges that they belong. Everyone has a place in the community. You've shown me that mutual ministry is about a theology and a calling rather than cost-benefit analysis. It isn't about saving money. It's about loving people. It isn't about numbers, it's about health and vitality, and it isn't about caution and strategy. It's about the wildness of the spirit. You've shown me that breweries can look like churches, and churches can look like hiking trails, and that what matters is that God is here among us. And I recognize that these and other aspects of the way that you do community have been hard won. There have been experiments and successes and failures and guesses. Ministry looks like bumper cars in the way, so much trial and error. And through the process, relationships are made and nurtured, gifts are recognized and celebrated, grief is held and listened to. And now we're here in the midst of a climate crisis and pandemic, together, although apart, remembering and reevaluating. As you continue to listen and participate in the discussions of the day, how do you want to move forward? How do you want your collective story told? Is it still important for you to recognize the image of God blazing in all that is around you and acknowledge that there is a place at the table for all that come? If that is vital, make sure it's said and affirmed. If it is important that the way you do community together is a reflection of how you understand the wild movements of a creative God rather than just the outcome of a cost-benefit analysis, then say so. This isn't just a meeting. This is holy work. This is the place to pick up the pen and write the version of the story that you want to continue to the generations to come. A story that inspires others the way that you've so graciously inspired me.